have a few sections which are very interactive and which are very important for us as leaders to be able to continue to share our thoughts with you. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today as we make the world a healthier and a happier place. Remember, that is the call for us in a Neolife as distributors in our respective areas to be able to make the world a healthier and a happier place to live. And for us to be able to do so, there are few aspects of the things that we need to do so that we can be able to really achieve the success and the goals that we want for ourselves. So I'll just be able to share a few thoughts in terms of some of the things that we need to do in terms of meetings and trainings which we are supposed to put in place so that we can be able to ensure our business is moving on the right direction. And when we go through them, I just want you to look back in your team and see what is lacking. It could be what is lacking in your team today. It is causing the kind of results that you are getting. And our aim is to be able to get maximum results from the people that we bring to the business. And most important, to be able to understand what are some of the activities that will be able to cause people to be able to get into our business. One important meeting is an opportunity meeting. And I believe everybody who is on the call, you know what is an opportunity meeting, a good agenda for an opportunity meeting. This is the door that the people that needs to come to your business will be able to use. So opportunity meetings are very key. And I just want to commend the people who have been able to shift from physical meetings to virtual meetings, especially countries where we have lockdowns. I've been able to see a lot of activities. So opportunity meetings are very important. And you can be able to see even us as a company, we have a good lineup of opportunity meetings that are taking place. And we recommend you have at least two opportunity meeting in a week so that your people, your distributors can have a place where they can be able to bring people. If you have a training room, if that is well and good, you can be able to schedule them within your calendar for the training room. If you don't have, you can also be able to schedule it on the virtual space. And I truly recommend the virtual space because we have been able to get so limited in the past, whereby we forgot we have teams in places where they cannot be able to access our training places. And those people have been left behind. But today, because of technology, I just recommend everybody who is on the call to at least have a virtual meeting where you can be able to bring people from different places. Another meeting, which is very important, and it might not look like a meeting, is a one-on-one. We say it is a meeting because you have to prepare yourself for a one-on-one. And you cannot say it is not a meeting because it's going to give you results. When you talk to people, because we know how to do a name list and contacting those people, and I believe every WOW team on the call, we are taking part in our name list, and we are doing the process of contacting those people. Sometimes I see WOW team members losing the momentum and not realizing they're equally distributors and they should have a name list which they should be able to conduct. So you as a WOW team member, remember you need to schedule your one-on-ones, and on daily basis, it will be able to bring you activities and people that can be able to come to your business. So we recommend you do your one-on-ones on daily basis. We also have kit orientation, and this is for the people that are joining your business. And so we want you to be able to take them through the process. Kit orientation, it's a whole session, which I believe the every world team member on the call, you know how to do it. If you don't know to do any of the meetings that we are going to talk about today, please call any one of us and we'll be able to take you through and so that you can be able to have a good understanding on how to do this meeting. So kit orientation, every time you have a new kit, somebody comes into the system, don't wait for long. Make sure you schedule a kit opening for that person. And if there are one or two people, you can be able to combine them. But at least make sure every person who comes to your team as a WOW team member, your directors, your senior managers, your managers, they know how to do a proper kit orientation. So you might need to sit down with your people. Don't just assume they're opening the kit properly. It's important for you as a leader to be able to go through the process with them and make sure they know how a kit opening process is done. The other thing is the basic training and psycho training. Some countries call it basic training, other people call it psycho training. We recommend you have one at least one a week because you are getting new people in your business. So the psycho training and basic training will be able to put people in a space where they can understand what they are supposed to be doing, and you can be able to show them what you do. So I've been able to attend quite a number of them, and I believe everybody is doing them, whereby you open up, that this is where you're going to teach name lists, where you're going to teach contacting those people, how to do a one-on-one meeting, a bit of sharing their story. All this happens during basic training and cycle training. So we recommend that you do it on weekly basis. Product training, it's important for your people to be able to understand how to share the product, the knowledge and the logic behind the product. And we recommend you do a big product session once a month, so that your people can be able to come in and get to understand what happens in how our products work. And there's nothing wrong when you're doing a product training to invite some guests to your customers to come and get an understanding of how our products work. The other meeting, and the reason why I've been able to put it in blue, is because it's a new meeting that we're introducing. We call it New Distributors Orientation. You have been able to to see us taking part with New Distributor Orientation since last year. And it's a place where all the distributors that have joined your business in the month, you bring them together and you take them through the process. We have been able to do one last Wednesday, and I'm sure you have been able to see how it flows. So it is very important to be able to put all your distributors together once a month. And we recommend the first the first week or second week after month end. That is the best time for you to be able to orient them so that they can be able to get an understanding of what they are doing. So that is monthly, and you need to make sure your team has a way of doing it. So we have an agenda for that meeting. We can be able to share with you at the end of the meeting so that you can be able to understand the flow. The other meeting is a recognition meeting, which is monthly. And recognition is very important for your team. It doesn't matter how many people have been able to do something. Make sure you bring your team together either virtually or physically and do a recognition. Actually, what we recommend is, even if you're doing it physically, make sure there's a Zoom link for those people who will not be able to come, so that they can be able to hear their name being mentioned in that recognition. So that is a meeting which we recommend on a monthly basis. New managers orientation is another meeting which we have started. And for the month of March, our new manager orientation is going to be on Wednesday, that is on the 21st. So you need to make sure all your new managers, all your brand new managers for the month of March, they log into that meeting. And it's also a place whereby we bring our new managers, we teach them a little bit on taking their step to senior manager, on sponsoring people, the importance of 3 in 30, and we set some goals at the end of the meeting which they can be able to participate. So that is also another meeting which we truly recommend. You need to have it in your team so that you can be able to move forward. So these are some of the business building meetings, because they'll be able to bring people into your business and give them an idea of what is happening. So what are the trainings? Because those are business building. We also have training events, and these are events mostly that will have a qualification for you to be able to attend. And we as company, we put qualification, and we just want to recommend you as a distributor as well as a team leader to be able to put qualification for people to be able to attend, because you need to get more from the people that are coming to your business. So one of those meetings is manager school, which we recommend you do it monthly. And we say a manager school, it's a good event which is going to help your distributors to be able to step up to managers to be able to attend. So this is a place where you need to sell this school to distributors with aim of them to be able to step up to managers to be able to attend. So what is the time to be able to do it? Of course, you need to do it once a month, and it is very important if you can be able to do it towards the end of the month, so that you can be able to give new distributors and managers to be able to qualify to attend. So we recommend it towards the end of the month. Another meeting is a senior manager school. We have been able to see us doing a senior manager school, and we recommend if you can be able to do it every 3 months. So it's more like quarterly event. And the 3 months is to enable senior managers to be able to qualify so that they can be able to attend. And what are some of the qualifications? Of course, you need senior managers to be able to qualify at 1,000 QSM. And so we as the company, we put 2 out of 3. So they qualify 2 out of 3 months and do a 3 in 30 so that they can be able to attend these meetings. And these are meetings that you can be able to invite company executives and your present team members to be able to participate. Another training is a director school, which we also recommend. It is good for you to be able to do it every 3 months, all depending on how often you are getting new directors coming to your meeting. So again, for the new directors will be able to attend within the period, and then existing directors, we always say at least qualify 1 out of 3 to be able to attend. That is at 4,000. And if you can also be able to put doing a 3 in 30 in one of the months, that will be very important, because what we have realized, most directors don't sponsor. So you need to help them to sponsor, because this is a meeting that will be able to cost you a lot. You'll be able to do it in some of the big hotels, and it's a meeting that really gets your resources. So you need to get the best out of it. The other meeting is leadership school, which we recommend you do it twice a year. I mean, like us, the company, we do it twice a year. You may not be able to you can do it once if you have a world team members coming into your business, but we as the company, we do it twice a year, or depending on the need. And we'll be able to look at the qualification. Of course, we know one of the qualification is for you to be able to step up to world team member, and a world team member. And we also have a special category for the Emerald directors, where we ask our Emerald directors to be consistent for 6 months, to be able to accumulate 25,000 QPV within the 6 months, and to be able to sponsor 25 people, whereby 3 are personally sponsored within that period, and they get a special invitation to that school. The other one is conventions, which we do them yearly. You as a leader, as a world team member, as a present team member, there's nothing wrong with you having your team convention, because this is a place where you share the team excitement and the goals that you have been able to set, and you make sure that your team is moving together. We have been able to see people doing it. I understand tomorrow Dora and Baruti, they are doing their mini convention. The next Saturday, Victoria and Usna, they are doing their convention as well. So there's nothing holding you as a leader to be able to do your convention. But for the convention of the company, you do it once a year, and this time we're going to do it. I'll be able to tell you when we are going to do it. We also have World Team conferences, which happens yearly. These are more like company events. We have Ruby orientations, which happens yearly, but there's nothing wrong for a president team member to do something for the Ruby orientation. Diamond Lifestyle, this is for president team members and above, which also happens yearly. So those are other events which have a qualification on them to be able to attend, which we also need you to be able to take note and work, whereby you can be able to do some for your team, you can be able to do so. So I just want to quickly look at the game plan of events for the company for the 2021, bearing in mind the COVID-19 situation. So some of the events are already on schedule, but it will all depend on how the COVID situation looks like, so that we can be able to attend it. So one of the events which is on schedule in our calendars is our media rally, which is also the weekend function whereby Charlie Bolton comes around. It's in the month of June in Kenya and the month of July for Uganda and Tanzania. But that is tentative. So we'll be able to give you more information as we go near to that event, so that we can be able to see whether we'll be able to have it. Because Charlie loves coming to this event, and he makes it, a big difference in that event. The other event which is in our calendar is Leadership School, and we have it on schedule 18th to 20th May 2021. So it's supposed to be next month, but it's supposed to be at White Sands Beach Hotel that is in Mombasa. But all this depends on the COVID situation, because as we know right now, Nairobi is on lockdown. We can't go to Mombasa, not leave alone people in Uganda and Tanzania. The distributors in Kenya, we can't go to Mombasa. So it will depend on what is the COVID situation in our 3 countries. So that is tentative. So if you have qualified, please don't worry. We'll keep on monitoring the situation, and then we'll be able to tell you when we can be able to go to that event. So the other one is World Team Conference. We are calling it a vacation this time because of the COVID situation. It's on schedule, 10th to the 13th of June 2021. It's in Dubai. And I know a lot of World Team members on this call today. They are preparing to go to this event, and we just want to say congratulations for qualifying to attend this event. So we in the process of getting the documentation, the visas, and we'll continue to give you more information in need be. The country which is a little bit affected in terms of visa is Kenya, because Dubai issued a different a visa process for Kenya, but we're going to start it right away in good time so that we can be able to have enough time to be able to take part in that. The other event, as I said, East Africa Convention is scheduled on the 14th of August, and we are still on for Tanzania, Mlimani City, Dar es Salaam. So that is an event which you need to look out. The incentive is out there, so keep on looking at the incentive which started running last year, November, all the way to June. So just look at it so that you can be able to qualify. And the other event, which is also on schedule, is the Ruby Director Orientation, which is going to be on the 11th of October 2021. It's on schedule. It's going to be in South Africa. It's going to be, we'll be able to give you more information. It's an event. If you're a Sapphire Director today, it's an event that you can be able to work. You still have enough time to be able to work and achieve, to be able to take part in that. So the other one is Diamond Lifestyle event for our present team members. It's to be advised as we move forward. So we'll be able to give you information once we get the green light on where we are going to have that event. So those are some of the thoughts which I just wanted to share with you. I don't need to go through the incentives because of time. I know we all have these incentives. So let's continue to work on it. I just want to mention the 330 giveaways. They're just continuing the same way they have. We had said there could be a change. There's not going to be any change on that. So we still continue to give the same gifts we have been giving until further notice. So the convention incentive is there. Take a look at it because you have the brochures. Just look at it and continue to teach your team. The other incentive, the new director incentive, is still going to, we're going to continue giving the folder that we have been giving, so there's no change on that. Just take note of the fast start to director. It's an incentive that has been able to help us to build our business. So look at the people who have been able to open their window and help them to be able to close their window as we move forward. Our Emerald Director incentive is still on. The money is still there. World Team incentive is also there. So that is the qualification for our leadership school. So we need to look at it and just make sure we take part on it in our own capacity and helping our people to be able to go through it. So look at this booklet. I don't need to go through it because of time, and as World Team members, I believe we are selling it. The money is still there, and I just want to say a special congratulations once again to Grace Chege, who managed to get 190 US dollars last month, which is an equivalent of 4 million Tanzania shillings and 6.6 million Uganda shillings. So the money is there. There's a lot of money for us to be able to run to. So let's just go out there and make sure we working towards and getting that money. So my closing thought before I invite our guest speaker is people will follow you. Remember, you're in this capacity because you are a leader. And for people to follow you, people will follow you or do business with you if they can like you and trust you. So I believe the leaders on this call, we are people who can be liked, who can be trusted, and you can build it every day. Some of these traits, you keep on building them as you're building your business. So just look at your business and ask yourself whether people are following because they like you and they trust you, or they are following you because you are forcing them to follow you. So the other thing, which is a reminder to our business, remember we are going to build our business, and the best way to build it is look at the width and look at the depth. That is the best process that you can be able to build your business. So you as a World Team member, you have a director profile that is going to help you so that you can be able to see how you can be able to build in depth and also build a business that is as having all the aspects of a proper business. So I just want to thank you. I can see the numbers are increasing, and at this point, I just want to invite our second speaker, who is going to share with us a topic that we love so much, which is the conversation plan. So ladies and gentlemen, Help me to welcome our Vice President of Sales, East and West Africa, Andrew Johnston, to be able to take us to the next session. You're most welcome, AJ.
Thank you, Paul. Can you hear and see me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you. Go ahead.
All right, there's a bit of a delay, but that's okay. So welcome, everybody. Good to see everyone, all 41 of us on this call. Fantastic. You know, it's been a while since I've been in East Africa. It was in January, so I really look forward to seeing you as soon as I can. And I just want to thank everybody that worked so hard, you know, this year to lift their business, and we saw some great results coming through in March. Our starts are up, our business is increasing nicely in all 3 countries. So I just want to congratulate everybody again for hard work. You know, this is tough times we're in, but you're amazing leaders and you've led by example. So well done. I'm going to spend a bit of time on the compensation plan because it's not something that we really spend a lot of time on. You know, one assumes that we all know it, but you know, when you look at compensation plan, it takes a while for distributors to figure it out, and certainly at this level at World Team, I know that you all know it very well and you can communicate it very clearly to your teams. But I just want to go through it again. You know, this is where the money comes from. This is important. This is a business, so compensation is very important. And I've targeted this at different levels. So you might see some things that are a little bit elementary, perhaps, that, you know, that you think, well, this is beginner stuff. But I think it's important that we just revisit it. And then there's some stuff that is more targeted towards us as a world team, right through to the president team level. So it's not going to take long. I'm just going to go through it. Just some reminders, some things that that we maybe need to focus here and there. So, you know, when you look at our business, okay, what kind of industry are we in? Especially for new people, they're sometimes not that sure. So, you know, what are we? Are we, you know, are we in, sorry, I just want to get my cursor right here. So are we into retailing and manufacturing? No, we're not. Are we direct marketing? No. Are we direct selling? No. Are we network marketing? Absolutely yes. Are we anything like a pyramid scheme? Absolutely no. So that just gives us a bit of industry context. Then remember that this presenter that you received a long time ago, and obviously when you go through your kit with your new distributors, you go through it. This is basically the 5 ways that you can get money from our business. And we all know it, but I just want to go through it again, just as a reminder. So there's the retail side of our business where we buy and sell, or people do buy from us and we sell it at a profit. And this is roughly 20%. And that is, you know, you can pick it up off your price list and you can do the calculations. Then we have what we call the sales volume bonus, and I'll spend quite a bit on sales volume bonus because it's important that we understand how it's calculated, and it's probably more important that people that start in the business who become managers and senior managers understand how it's calculated, and they can communicate it quite clearly as well. Then the one that gets us all excited, no doubt, is the leadership development bonus. You know, when you chief director title, you start earning this when you start building other qualified directors. And at world team level, this stays with you and it grows and builds for as long as you're in the organization. Very exciting. It's a big part of your income. And then the network development bonus, very exciting in terms of when you're a PT level and you're working upwards. It rewards you for building a network, and also quite a big part of your income. Paul spoke about the incentives, and those are just the specific incentives we have that complements the compensation plan. And there's some exciting incentives going on right now. And towards the end of my presentation, I'll just spend a bit of time on some of them. So you know how it starts off in the system. You have your distributor that joins our business, and you know, they paid their membership and the renewal, etc. And we move up through the system. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because at this level you are very competent and understand how you qualify to be a manager and a senior manager, a director, ML director, and then world team. I just wanted to put it up there. So it just helps us look at it and see that's, that's the path to the top, so to speak. And once you qualify, you get rewarded and paid accordingly. Then just in terms of the compensation plan, we've got two specific ones. We've got the manager, which is the current compensation plan. Then you've got the fast track. So just want to remind you that fast track is available. 250 personal points, you can earn 3% sales volume bonus. That's within 3 months, or you can also accumulate it in 1 month. So that's the fast track for manager. Then you have the senior manager, which is the regular one, or the compensation plan is 100 over 1,000. You can earn 10% SVB. Then we've got the fast track to a senior manager, which is the 500 personal points, and you can earn 5% SVB. So I just want to highlight again that there is a fast track for these two for the manager and the senior manager. And for those that really want to get going, it's a nice opportunity. The sales volume bonus, we all know that it's specifically built around your QPV. The more you bring in from your team, the more it goes up through the different percentages, and ultimately right up to 4,000 QPV when you're qualified director at 25%. And it works through the system. So you get paid SVB based on your bonus volume. So we all know the chart. So I was going to go back there. Yeah, so we all know the chart. And then what I've done is, just to make it simple, I took an example of how bonus is paid out, or is calculated. Let's say how it's calculated. And I've used the senior manager, qualified senior manager, as an example, and I've just put it in there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different distributors in your team, and they've done their PV, and it now rolls up to you. You've done 100 PV, you've done 1,250 qualifying PV, and you have A, B, and C, D, and E, and they all have done different type of PV. Some of it is personal, some of it is qualifying and personal, some is just personal. So I'll just go through it again. I definitely share this in senior manager schools and even in director schools. So if any of you want a copy of this, you're more than welcome. I will also draw this out, but for today, I just wanted to show you how I do put it together on the slide. At this particular qualified senior manager gets 10% SVB, 100 personal points that they've done. And on that 100 personal points, they would accumulate, or they get 10%. Then if you look at person E, or distributor E, they're in 100 personal points. You would get paid 10% on that. And then person D's got 50 points, personal points, you get paid 10% on that. And then you can see at the bottom, you've got person A has done 500 PPV, which you would quickly pick up that they were on the fast track, and they're now a senior manager. And then person B, also on the fast track at 250 PPV, they're now a manager. Person C, a distributor at this point, because they only got 250 QPV and 100 PPV, they haven't quite qualified yet as a manager. And then you can see the various SVB percentages. So person A gets 5%, paid 5%. Person B, which is a manager, gets paid 3%. Distributor doesn't receive anything at that point in the SVB because they haven't qualified. And then person C, you would get 10%. And what's interesting on person B is that they obviously got 3% SVB, and you would get paid 7%. So it's the 10 less the 3, which is 7. And the same would apply for the senior manager, where they would get 5% and you would get paid 5. So it's 10 of the 5. So that's just a quick calculation, easy to understand. I will draw it out in my next presentation when I do this workshop again. I'll physically draw it on a piece of paper, because I believe it's important that we can do it anywhere, anytime, and somebody can see how it works quite easily. So there's just a quick summary, and then just moving on. This is the path to the top, as you all know. It starts the world team and the president team. You move from Sapphire up to your Ruby steps, and then into your Diamond steps. And then just a quick overview on the calculations, the qualifications, how we do calculate them from Sapphire right up to 5 Diamond. And those are the different steps and levels. Also, one Ruby director qualification. This business can bring in $20,000 per annum per year. It's 20,000 group PV with 3 qualified director legs. This is a great business that you can strive to if you're a SAFI and you're looking at how you want to build your business. And I can always, myself and Paul can always spend time having a look at your current structure, your current organization, and where you are, and how we can help you build up to one Ruby. And then, the big one I see here, and when I look at how people get paid and how much they get paid, leadership development bonus is a big part of the earnings. It's, you've built up directors, you're building up a director team, and it's a big part of your business. And in some instances, up to 70% of your income can come from leadership development bonus. So incredibly important. You earn on all the levels. Maximum, I've got the percentages there for you on the qualified director. So at your first level, up to 6%, second 4%, and third level up to 4%. So it's a great opportunity, to really maximize your earnings by developing more directors. You can see the leadership development bonus chart there. Even if you're a director, you can still earn good money on other directors that you bring into the business and they qualified. So you can see the chart there. For example, in a director, first level is 5%, second level is 2%, and third level 1%. So it's a great way of earning in your system. So LDB is paid out on your developing team, QBB, 3 levels deep. And then the one that's also very exciting once you become a PT is the network development bonus. So for Ruby directors and above, you earn network development bonus on the entire network's organization through unlimited levels down to including the next director of the same pay status. So there you can see how it's basically structured, and you can see that you can earn quite a bit. And the ones that really I find interesting is that at the different levels, at the first level on LDB 6% and on NDB 3%, that's up to 9%. So the next level up to 7%. So these are big percentages that you can earn. Network development bonus, PTs and above, also a nice opportunity to earn more money. And I just want to, while I was on this call, I thought, let me just touch on some of the incentives that are out there. And I won't spend too time on it because I know most of you are aware of this. This is the World Team and President Team's consistency incentive, which I'm sure you're all aware of and working towards. And then the last one is the President's Team and Emerald Director Development Incentive. So basically, I just wanted to give a quick refresher on it. Have a look at, what's important. Some of the simple things that we may have not spent time on in the past. We can look at again how to calculate SVB at different levels. I can share this PowerPoint presentation with you if you really want it. And I just want to say some exciting things coming up now. We've got World Team Vacation in Dubai coming up, so looking forward to seeing all of you there. All of you that are going, it'd be great to see all of you. I know some of you can't go, but for those of you who can, we really look forward to it, and we'll miss those that can't come, but there will be another opportunity certainly again next year. And then, all the best for this month, April, great month ahead of us, and look forward to spending time with you again. I've spent quite a bit of time with everybody in the last couple of weeks or so. Look forward to seeing you again and on our one-on-ones, and in this forum, we'll be Zooming again as usual. So that's just a quick snapshot on the compensation plan. And I look forward to seeing everyone again. So if that's from me, AJ, take care and God bless. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much, AJ, for taking us through such a quick conversation plan. I believe our leaders have gotten something out of it. So right now, I just want to welcome our guest speaker for the evening. It's morning in his place, and that is none other than our Executive Vice President of Sales International, Ricco Brown. Ricco, if you can hear me.
No, I can't hear you, Paul.
I can hear you and I can.
Well, thank you, Paul. The first thing I want to do is say, for those of you sitting at home on video, please turn your camera on, not your microphone, but please turn your camera on. I cannot see the faces and it's like talking into a hole. So turn your cameras on so I can see. Now, if you're not properly attired for the morning, then don't turn it on. Hello, everyone. This is so much better. I can see Eric, I can see Lowy, I can see individuals and faces. So when I'm talking, I don't feel like I'm talking into a hole. There's Isaac, there's Janet with her mask on, there's Grace. So guys, I miss you all. And there's Dora, I miss you all. And when I don't see your face and you're just sitting there behind the camera, with just looking at me, it doesn't do me much good because you have to help me. There's Zubaida, all of the people. There's Grace. I haven't seen Grace in a long time. But it is so wonderful to see each and every one of you. I'm happy that you all have participated in this workshop this morning. It is important. It is really important that we refresh our minds and our knowledge on the things that are required in our business. And if we don't execute the things that are required in our business, then we can't teach our distributors what they need to do to achieve the success that they want to achieve. So today, I just want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about a couple of things. The first thing is, now is the time to decide that you are truly going to lead your team. So the foundation of that statement is being a leader. And it's necessary because all of the people in your organization, they are waiting on you to provide them with the success skills that are necessary for them to get what they want from this business. Everyone wants to be like their leader, and you are the leader. Now, what is a leader? A leader is someone that's going somewhere, but they're not going alone. Now, I know you know where you're going. The question is, are you selling where you are going? Because if you're not selling to the people where you are going, they're following blindly. You can't tell me, you have to sell me, because I want to believe and hope that where you are going, you can take me along with you. Now, the second part of being a leader is leadership. Leadership is your ability to get me to follow you willingly, to follow you willingly. It is not just you're going to intimidate me and you're going to force me, that you're going to push me. It's not that you're my boss. You are a leader, and because you are selling me and helping me to get to where I want, then I am going to follow you. You see, in being a leader, it is necessary that you have a plan or a system. If you don't have a plan or a system that's going to take people to where they want to go, then why are they following you? They may as well just not do the business at all. So here are 5 points that I want you to write down. In developing a system that's going to help me to want to follow you willingly, you have to focus on volume, PV. Write that down, volume. You see, the key in our business is generating volume. It is not just, we're out there selling. We're trying to generate the maximum amount of volume each and every month. Because if we don't generate that volume, then we don't activate the marketing plan to its fullest. So the first thing in developing your business is to think, I need to maximize on the volume that I have in my organization. The next thing you have to focus on is distributor income. Distributor income. Our business gets confused. AJ showed you a chart earlier, and it said what we are and what we are not. We are network marketing. And in network marketing, we are not retailing. We are not traditional direct sellers. We are business builders. And when you offer me the opportunity to be a part of your success system, the thing that you have to focus on most is to help me to earn money. So the second point is distributor income. You need to look at your system. You need to look at what you're doing, and you have to ask yourself, am I helping my people to earn or to maximize their earning potential? Not from greed. Don't look at your people and say, well, what can they do for me? No, it's not about what they can do for you. It's about what you can do to help them, to motivate them, to educate them, to inspire them. That is the foundation of building your business. So the first thing, you need to figure out a system where you can maximize the volume coming into your organization. The second one is, how do you maximize distributor income? The third thing is eliminating choices. Now, what do you mean, Ricco, eliminating choices? We have a lot of products. People will go out and grab information off the internet from reading books, and they are somewhat confused. They're confused because there are too many things going on. There are too many voices coming in. There are book voices, there are internet voices, there are, other team voices coming in. You have to eliminate those choices and voices because you are responsible for setting the standards in your organization. You want them to follow what you are teaching, not what someone else is teaching. Because the way you achieve what you want to achieve, what you have achieved, is what you are teaching them. So you have to eliminate choices. We have a lot of products. You have to identify that star product for you, not for me. I will recommend something, yes, but you have to say, this is my star product. I know that a lot of people like Super Grow. I know a lot of people like Trian. I know a lot of people like Pro Vitality. But let me explain something. When I started working in Mexico, they were all over the place with product. We created Trian as our star product, as our foundational product. That does not mean that people are not going to use a variety of products. What it means is that this is our star. This is our building block. This is where we're going to expand the business. We took that business from 40,000 PV to 2 million PV. So having a star product works, but you have to set the standard and say, this is how you get started in my organization. Way back some years ago, Charlie Bolton had his own starter kit. And in that starter kit, he had products that he said, this is how you get started in the Eagle team. If you can't get started with this kit, then just buy some product, and maybe in the future, you can start your business when you can get this kit. Because he wanted people to know that these are the standards for his organization. The next thing is to eliminate choices and then obligate people to work. You cannot obligate people to work if all they get started with is a kit. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, Ricco, but they don't have any money. Oh, Ricco, this and that. But the reality is, if they don't get started with a small amount of inventory, then they're not obligated to work. If they get started with personal use products, then they're not obligated to work. That's why you're always hearing me talk in developing your income plan. You want them to get maybe a multiple of a single product. And that is one to use and the rest to use in their business to sell. But, you know, I know some organizations like to get the personal use kit. Well, if you give me LDC, Ricco Brown, you can't expect me, or you shouldn't expect me, to buy another bottle of LDC for 6 to 8 months. That's me. It takes me a long time, and I use LDC for everything, but I dilute it and I make up my different containers. So LDC is not a monthly reorder product. In building your business, you want a monthly reorder product. The last thing is you have to have your system. You have to have your system. I can't stress enough why having your system is so important. Because it's a roadmap. It's a roadmap for your people to follow. They want to be like you. They want to be where you are. And if you have a system, then you reduce the possibility of changing every other month or every other week. I remember some years ago when I first started working with Zubeida over there in Tanzania. And we set up a system, and Zubeida stuck to that system. She said, this is what you have to do. And this is what her people did. And it wasn't long that Zubeida built a president's team size of business by following and sticking to a system. 98%, write that down. 98% of your effort should be placed in developing your people to do what's necessary. 98%. If you're going to build a gigantic network, then it is important that you develop the people in your organization. Here's something that has happened over the years. We missed a generation of people. We have some older distributors, and we don't have that second generation. We missed them somehow because we didn't develop them. We didn't give them a system. And now we have the third generation that we're trying to prepare for a long run. Each and every one of you should be developing that system. You should develop your people, and you can't develop everyone. Everyone will not do what you are doing. But there's someone out there in your organization that wants to do what you are doing. So it is important, it is paramount that you develop those individuals. You see, when we talk about developing individuals, we're talking about empowering them, empower. We're trying to empower them to build the network. The network is not managers or senior managers. The network is directors. Your goal is to build directors. And I know each and every one of you on this call right now can build 1 or 2 directors a year. I know that. But why don't it happen? It don't happen because we're not empowering our people with the information that they need and then keeping them excited. I'm looking at your faces. I want your face to ponder that thought. Because if you don't give me the knowledge, the information that I need to become independent, then I will always rely on you to do the hard part. Right, Grace? Yes, right. You see, when you empower me to build the network, then it causes the movement of product. Remember, I told you our number one thing is to think of volume. Volume. But the only way we're going to get that volume is that we build the network. We're not a retail sales business. And unfortunately, somewhere in the process, we have become more of a sales organization than a building organization. I know COVID-19 has played a part in that. But at some point in time, we're going to have to stop putting our lack of sponsoring, our lack of development on COVID-19. You see, you all are going to be confronted with the same challenge as the rest of the world. Here's the challenge. As COVID-19 dissipates, and because it has run so long, people are not going back to work as fast as they were laid off or terminated. Their spending power will reduce. We will not sell as many products to an individual as we have over the last year and 4 months. So we have to maximize reaching more people. See, right now we have a few people doing a lot. But in our business, we want a lot of people doing a little bit of something each and every month. So, where are you going to go from here? Here's some things that I think you really need to focus your attention on. I want you to engage in self-evaluation. Self-evaluation. Think about it for a moment. Look at yourself, not with anyone else around, but look at yourself and see where you are going and where you want to go. And then in that evaluation, I want you to decide if you are ready to move to the next step or not. Are you ready to move from where you are? Are you really ready to move? AJ talked about the compensation plan. Paul gave you the activities that you should be active in so that the people can get the information. He also told you what we're going to do to create excitement as a company by giving you our game plan. If you're ready to move, all you have to do is organize that information into a plan for your team. And if you put it in a plan and then you stick to the plan, and if you believe in the plan, you will gain the maximum success. Now, guys, I am passionate for East Africa. I hope you know that. Because I have spent the most time in East Africa, I feel like it's home. But you all have to stand up now and start moving. Are you ready to move? What you hear is passion, not anger. You have to change your thinking to be positive. In this self-evaluation, you have to check to see if your thinking is positive or if your thinking is negative, or if your thinking is mediocrity. I'm not saying what it is, but you have to look at how you think about the business, how you think about the possibilities, how you think about your team, how you think about the individuals growing. And you have to maintain a positive outlook for all of that. When I first came to East Africa, I believed in you all from the very beginning, and I have never stopped believing in you all. And even though I wasn't there, we put in the information and the momentum started, and you all started to rule East Africa. I mean, you know, Tanzania ruled East Africa. Kenya came up in sales. Uganda, we had the #1 president's team member in Africa, in Uganda. It's time. Don't take it personal. Write that down. Don't take it personal. It is not personal. Things will happen, and they're not doing it to you. Things may not go the way you want them to go, but don't take it personal. It's not you. You just need to reevaluate what you are doing. You need to bring in some advisors. Seek an advisor. Paul, AJ, myself, Dora, Zubaida, the Barutis. You know, they are president's team members that can help you and lead you. Seek an advisor if you feel that, wow, I don't know where I'm going right now. I need to get back on track. Here's a good one. Be comfortable with people. You need to increase your comfort level with people. Be able to talk to anyone and be able to talk to them about your business, to talk to them about anything. It's okay. Life does not happen without consequence. And you have to learn to make sure that when people say, yes, I'm going to do something, that you follow up, and you following up and saying, you said you were going to do this and it didn't happen. Let's talk about that. That's the consequence. Don't just say, oh, they say, yes, I'm going to qualify, Beatrice, and I'm going to qualify this month. And then at the end of the month, they don't qualify and you just go on. No, you need to call them up and say, hey, let's talk about what happened. The consequence is now they're going to have to explain. So be comfortable with people. Expect the best of people at all times. Expect the best of people at all times. I expect the best of each and every one of you. And there's probably just a very few people on this call that I don't recognize or know or had interaction with. I don't care where you've been or what you've done, I still have confidence in you. I expect the best of you all the time. There's no one else in East Africa leading the charge of building this empire than you all. No one else. It's not someone from South Africa. It's not someone from West Africa. It's not someone from the US of A. There's the only people that is in charge of building this are the individuals on this call. So expect the best. Have faith. Write that down. Have faith. Faith is believing without seeing. You have to know that what you want is going to happen if you do the right things to head you in that direction. Have faith. I have faith in each and every one of you. I know on this call today, as I look at the faces, as I scroll through the faces, I know there are 5 or 6 President's team members sitting on this call today. I remember in Tanzania, when we first came, we only had 1 or 2 President's team members. Look at where we are today. Hosiana, the Barutis, Zubeida, Bingi and Dora. You didn't have that many President's team members in East Africa when we first came. Josephat and Piros, they were just coming up. So have faith. Have faith in yourself. Be willing to put in the hard work. Be willing to put in the long hours. Be willing to do the things that are uncomfortable. Because if you do the things that are uncomfortable until they become comfortable, you will then find a different person. You will find a new person in you. Here's the last thing. Concentrate on building a strong organization. Concentrate on building a strong organization. I want you to make a commitment for me. The commitment is this year, each and every one of you will develop 2 new directors in your organization. Nod your head if you just heard me. If you're committing with me, thank you, Lowy. Thank you, Dora. Beatrice, I didn't see you. Florence, thank you. I'm looking at the pictures, and then some of you turn your cameras off when I said that. Okay. Janet, I'm looking at you. Did you nod your head? You're going to be quiet now, Janet? Come on. Yes? Come on, guys. Rosemary. Lowy, what are you going to do? You're going to build those 2 directors? Ray and Rose, they said yes. Guys, look, that is not asking too much to develop 2 directors in a year. That means you have to find the individual and then dig in and work with them. A World Team Workshop is designed to get you back on track, to get you, to reactivate your energy, to re-educate ourselves on the things that are necessary for success. You have them. You have the tools. I know you have the knowledge. And now what I'm looking for is for you to put forth the desire. We're not playing here. This is serious. This is your life. This is your future. This is how we're going to live our dream. Are you ready to live your dream? If you are, let's go away from here today and reactivate the desire we have to help people to be successful, because now it is not about us. It is about the people in your downlines, on your success line, in your organization, that we have to identify and help them to come up and achieve great results. I want to thank you for inviting me on this call. I know I went a little longer than Paul told me to go. I'm sorry, Paul, but I feel so much passion for East Africa that I want you all to be the #1 business in Africa and in the world. I know Nigeria is out there and you're going like, oh, Ricco, we can't. Yes, you can beat Nigeria if you really try. Yes, they got a running start on us, but we still have millions of people in East Africa that does not know about us. Let's go find them. Let's go get them. Let's make the best of our opportunity while we're young and strong. Don't let this gray beard fool you. I'm still strong and still ready to run. I'm going to turn it back over to Paul now. Thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. Paul, back.
Thank you so much, Ricco. We really appreciate the thoughts. The thoughts really count, and that every time you come to our screens and our meetings, we just look at this opportunity like we are hearing it for the first time. So we are supercharged, and I can see it from the leaders. They are nodding that we are going out there and find the millions that are in East Africa so that we can be able to share this opportunity with them. So we thank you so much for your time. It's not in vain. The leaders here, we have made a commitment to sponsor 2 people, every person, so that to be able to develop 2 directors this year. So that gives us about 8 new directors from this call today. So let's go out there, let's do it. I just want to invite AJ to be able to give us the closing remarks before we go and find the people that we have just spoken about. Thank you so much, everyone, and good night.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. Thank you so much, Ricco. That was telling it like it is. And I'm so privileged that you are my leader, because we have what it takes. We've got the right people at the right time. All we need to do is just make sure that we get the basics right and that we give ourselves a little shove. Sometimes you need to give yourself a little shove just in the right direction. Nothing wrong with that. And I still believe the biggest challenge you can ever do is challenge yourself. So 2 directors this year, I believe it's achievable. But I've got something else for you. I've got something special for you. I know that it's not easy to get your existing directors to qualify every month. And I know that it's sometimes tough, and that's part of it. But however, I believe that if those people have a good system, if they have structure, and if they have good activity and plans, they in turn will qualify. So I have a special opportunity for all of you. So those of you on this call, if you have directors that are struggling to qualify, myself and Paul will have a one-on-one with them virtually and have a look at their business and have a look at where we can help and where we can see obvious opportunities. So I'm talking about directors that are not qualifying consistently, and I'm talking about senior managers that are just not getting there, but they can with a bit of a challenge and a bit of help. So Paul and myself are there. You make a note of those people who we could have one-on-ones with anytime on Zoom. We can do it. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I just want to say that Ricco gave us those points. Let's make sure that we look at every single point and we challenge ourselves to do it. Like the Nike tick. Just do it. Let's challenge ourselves that we will just do it. Because if we haven't done it, then you're going to find yourself in a position where I'm procrastinating, and procrastination is the killer, really. And I mean, I'm also guilty, but we can move beyond that. We can do this. We've done it before. We can do it again. So I'm excited about East Africa, and I'm excited about being part of this. So I also have a special gift for the early birds, as Paul calls them, the people that were here on time for the call, you'll each be receiving a botanical balance from ourselves, compliments from ourselves soon. And in closing, let's just make this happen. Let's do what we know that we need to do. We're a great team. We can do this. And I'm looking forward to the next World Team Workshop where people are going to raise their hand and say, hang on, I want to say something. I've already got my directors, Ricco. Yeah, they are. And then it gets even more exciting. So from me, AJ, good to see all of you. Thank you and God bless.
Are we leaving? Is everyone leaving? Turn your mics on and say hello to me. Come on, guys.